Okay, this video is for the guards. Okay, the first play we run is boot naked to the right. Okay, so we should be caging here, and then we should be tagging here. You see this linebacker step up. Ife, I'm okay with you doing this because you don't know if he's going to go B gap or A gap. So you help block. Now, if you see him go A gap and the center comes off, then you can get your eyes back out to your gap to see if there's any sort of if that guy slants in or anything like that. So if you see this guy go A gap to the center's gap, then we need to get our eyes back out to our own gap to see if there's anyone we need to block. Okay, because we're gap accountable, right? We're all responsible for our backside gap, all responsible for our backside gap. Okay, so you help, but then look to your gap to make sure nothing's coming. Okay, Xavier, you need to get your head across. Okay, you see how your head is in front and he just blows right by you. You have to get your head in front. He almost tackles the quarterback before he's able to turn around. Okay, you take one step. It's got to be one, two. This should be a down call. We should turn our body, get our head in front, and be driving him down the line of scrimmage. Okay, you just take one step and then you stop. Okay, we got to be driving this guy down. We didn't take good steps. We didn't get our head in front. Okay, 50s. Here we go, 50s. So we should have a fan call here. So we should be blocking the four, blocking the outside backer. Okay, we got an off call here. So we should be attacking the inside shoulder of this guy. Okay, he's blocking there. See if we get it done. Okay, you step in. Good, Gabe. Gabe, I like your feet. I like everything you did there. That's awesome. Okay, AJ, you're almost stepping down like you're caging. I don't want us to cage here. Okay, I want you to step inside. Okay, with this foot, looking to help out inside to out. Okay, and then if you see this guy come, I don't want you to use your shoulder. I want you to use your hand. Want you to punch with your hand. Okay, you almost made this look like a cage block, and it shouldn't be. Okay. Okay, boot. So we're running boot right. All right, so we're making it look like counter on the front side. So we have a cage double team with the center. This linebacker steps up. It turns into a down block. So you're downing here. He's going to down there. Backside guard, we need to step to 5 o'clock, get 3 yards of depth, and we log the first guy outside the tackle because the tackle should be blocking down as well. Okay. So now AJ, we gotta stay on our tracks. Okay, so we gotta stay on our 45-degree tracks. If this guy disappears, then we gotta pick up whoever comes to our gap. Okay. Which it seems like that's what you're trying to do. Okay, you're stepping down. No one really comes, I think. Yep. So AJ, you did what you're supposed to do here. Our tackle is wrong. Our tackle needs to also be blocking down. He blocks out, which is wrong. He needs to be right next to you here, and he needs to pick up this backer. This is our tackles guy. He should have been stepping down with you. Okay, Gabe, watching you. Okay, the center is a little, or the quarterback is slow getting out of there. Okay, but yes, you're trying to get to you're trying to get to the five technique. You're trying to get to Ife. Okay, 50s. We should have an off call. Okay, we should have a fan call here. Or maybe not because he's a five and that guy's off the line of scrimmage. So maybe there's no off call. And then in that case, we just step in and we have our head on the swivel, looking in to out, looking for where we want to help. Okay. So Gabe, watching you. Good job stepping in. Gabe, that's an excellent job right there. Seeing if he leaves, I need to start looking for somebody else, picking up that twist. So Gabe, that's good there. Good recognition. Now, the one thing I would say, Gabe, if you notice that center going way outside, I really think the center should have been coming here, so it would have been easy for you to pick up. Um, I'd say you did a good job here, but if you see him go way out, just settle right here and kind of stay in this pocket area, okay? And then you would have had a better job picking up that linebacker. Okay, AJ, watching you. AJ, I think you step in a little bit too much. You just need to take one step in. Okay, this foot steps back and you can check with your hand. So right there, then you're done. Okay, and then if you can't help here, then look outside to see if you can help with that with the tackle. Okay, sprint right. Okay, so we're stepping, hinging, stepping, hinging. Both guys, good job. 50s. Okay, should be a fan. Okay, and then we're just looking to help, step in to out, looking to help pick up work. So Ife, good job. Okay, Mosman comes back in because the outside backer slants in. Okay, I know the four technique really doesn't go out right away, um, but really it's kind of a twist. So we should pick up this outside backer who twists inside, and that's what you were working to. I know Elijah gets in your way here. Um, Yep, Xavier, that's exactly what you would do. You'd come out and try to help out with that defensive end. Just have your head on a swivel and look for work. Okay, here we run power left. Okay, let's look at this. So I think we make a down call here because there's a two technique. So you got to get your head in front and you got to wash him past the tackle. We're trying to wash him down. Okay. Try not to give up so much penetration here. Okay, you see how your head is above his shoulder pad, so we don't get a good punch. Your head should be down here on his breastplate. Okay, so he gets penetration up into the backfield. We need to try to get lower. Get our head in front. Xavier watching you. You get around the garbage, you look inside, you find your guy, you block him. That's excellent. Okay, that's a good job. Much better, Xavier. Much better. Okay, we run truck to the right. So we reach here, rip across his face, scoop up the linebacker. Okay. Gabe, you got to be lower when you rip. Okay, it's just like on defense, a defensive rip should be scraping the grass, getting past this guy. Okay, AJ, you need to use your hands more. Okay, you're too much using your shoulder. Okay, you want to get your hands on him, one hand on the shoulder, one hand on the breastplate here, and cut him off. Okay. Now your steps are good, and then you cut them off, you do your job, but just use your hands more. AJ, that's a good job there. Yep, Gabe, you're just too high, but you do your job. And then you work up to the next back, no, the next line. That's great. Really, really good. Okay, Gabe, be careful peeking. I can tell right now that you're pulling. This linebacker is going to be able to tell that you're pulling because you're peeking at where you're going. Don't peek. Okay, don't peek to the guy that you're going to. Okay, and we talked about this. You can back up. Okay, you can back up even a little bit more. So you can step forward and get around this garbage here, and you can get up into the line of scrimmage faster. So you don't have to go like this because that's really hard to get a good kick out block when you have to do this. Okay. Because when you get here, okay, look how far back you had to get, and now you cannot kick this guy out at all. Okay. So back up a little bit. AJ watching you, you gallop down. Okay, you could be a little bit lower, but it's not bad at all. Okay, could be lower on the shoulder, but you get underneath this guy. Okay, and we drive him pretty good, but we could be a little bit lower. And AJ, you got to work up to the backer. AJ, you didn't work up to the backer at all. This hip has definitely disappeared right now, and now you need to be working up to that backer right there. Okay, let's watch the next one. That's the same play. Okay, this time you're too high, AJ. Okay, you got to be down on the hip. You see how you're up on the shoulder? You don't get good movement because you're up on the shoulder. You're way too high. Okay, and we don't gallop. You're not galloping down, you're turning and running. You see how you turn and run? Look at when you make contact, okay? You're really high and we don't have a good base. This foot should be in front. Okay, our hips should be tight together. You can't turn and run and have tight hips with the center. Okay, we got to shuffle down and get our foot in front. And because of that, we're not able to. Right now, you should be on this backer, AJ. Okay, he's the guy that makes the tackle. That's your guy that you got to get to. So you got to shuffle down on the hip. Once that hip disappears, or that linebacker's close enough, like right now, I'd say he's just about close enough where we need to get off and try to go block him. Okay, and get on that shoulder, and then we can run the ball right here off your butt. Okay. Gabe, your head is on the correct side, but you got to be down by the hip. Once again, you're just way too high. Okay, you hockey player, you got to get lower. Get down on the hip. Okay, Gabe, good job shuffling down. This is the worst. That's the worst case scenario is when this guy slants into the double team. Okay, that's the hardest thing to do. But I like your gallop. You just need to have your shoulder attached to your knee, or your chest should be Velcro to your knee. You're too high. Once again, you're hitting him in the shoulder. I'd like to see you hit him down in the hip because that's where they move. They move better when you hit him down in the hip. But he gets over. Now the hip is gone, so now you need to climb as well on the linebacker. Your linebacker is right there, the guy that's going to make the tackle. Once the hip disappears, we have to climb because you're working to this backside backer. Watch where the backside backer goes. Okay? Right there. That's the backside backer. That's the guy you need to climb to. Okay? AJ watching you. Okay, that's a good job, AJ. If he's going to fly upfield, you just readjust and go block him. That's good. Okay, we run dart right. Let's talk about this. Okay, our rule is play side on backside. We're running dart to the right. We need to be blocking the 3 here. He's the first part of your progression. Okay, Ife, your rule is backside on play side. Okay, now it depends what you think. You got to make the decision. If you think this guy is like a 4, okay, or if this guy can't get inside and you him out, then block down. If you think that guy's really tight, block down on him. Okay. But if that guy's pretty wide, this guy is supposed to try to work inside here. If you think he can get there and you have nothing, no responsibility, you can just work up to a backer right there. Okay. That's like the next part of the progression. But we want to make sure that this backside guy is taken care of first. Okay. And so Ife, what you did there is totally fine. What you did there is totally fine. If you're worried about that guy, but you see how he's trying to step down and log him, if that's what we end up doing and we take care of the first level first, that's fine. But the next progression is that if this guy's way out here in like a wide 5 right here, okay, and you have nothing else, go work up here and try to cut this linebacker off. Okay. But you're supposed to be right there, Xavier. We're not caging back. Okay. Watch the next play. Here, I think we run it right. Okay, so we're blocking out. It's like a down block to the outside. Okay, head on the play side number. Try to drive him out and away. Okay, because we're trying to run the ball right here in the A gap. Okay, same thing here, Ife. You make the decision. He looks like he's super wide there. If this guy can get him, then you can just work up to a backer. Okay, and I think that's what you end up doing. Okay, I know he slants to your gap, so you get kind of get picked there a little bit. But yeah, that's what you can do. And does he get there? Yep, he hops across. Okay, and he gets that guy logged. That's what we want. Now, if this guy's tighter, like a 4 or a 3, then you got to block him. Or if you're worried about that guy slanting inside, you got to go block out. Okay, Xavier, let's watch you. Okay, now this is a man block. So Dart is a man blocking scheme. Okay, so you got to go through your progression and whoever you get to, okay, this guy's in your place I got, that is your guy, and you take him wherever he goes. Okay, you take that guy wherever he goes. You're blocking him. If he slants inside, you go with him. Okay, you got to stay on him. Okay, this is soft here, Xavier. I think you're really soft here blocking this guy. You're too high, and you're just not really running your feet. Okay, there's no aggression here. You need to just drive him and take him where he wants to go. If he wants to fly inside, wash him down, drive him down. You got to be more aggressive on this. Okay. Okay, we're on counter. Counter to the left. Okay. So he gets a cat call, so he makes a down call. So you got to get your head across and wash him down. Okay, we're kicking out the first guy outside him, which is this corner. This corner is not going to be that far off against Apple Valley. This corner is going to be like right up on the line of scrimmage. Sometimes he blitzes off the edge, so we got to get ready for that guy to be flying off the edge here. Okay, Ife, you do a great job here, getting your head across, keeping this guy in your gap, and keeping your leverage. That's an excellent job. Okay, Xavier, you open pull, you stay tight, you work up. Okay, we're not going to kick this guy, okay, because he's blocking down on him. All right, we're going to kick the first guy outside of him. I think you said they called out that guy. That's wrong. I don't think they did because they're doubling to him. You're going to go kick this corner, and this is why this play is going to be really good. Okay, run power. Okay, run power left. Okay, so we're caging here to the backside backer. Okay, We're skip pulling around. So Gabe, we gotta try to take not hop and take one step and then two. Try not to hop. Now I know he's trying to cross your face, so yes, we just got to work hard to try to maintain our leverage here and not let that guy beat us across our face. Okay. Don't lose that leverage. Okay. If he tries to fight across your face, then you really need to be the one to be turning and trying to keep that guy out leveraged. So watch Adriana's pull here. You get around, you look inside. Okay, that's a good job. Run truck here. Okay, we can pull and then cut off. So you got to skip pull, AJ, and same thing as a tackle. You got to get around the garbage. Okay, you got to get around that down block. You got to get around this, and then you can get vertical and look inside. We don't want to get caught up in the wash here. Okay, then look inside, AJ. Look inside. Don't look out. Look in. That's a dead play. Here we run boot. Boot right. Okay, so yep, if this backer's lined up, so we got to make a down call. So we got to block down, get your head in front, drive him down. Okay, we got to step to 5 o'clock, log the first guy outside the tackle. Okay, Xavier, good, but I want to see you. I want you more aggressive. Okay, running your feet more. Okay, Ife watching you. Good job. Now, Gabe messes up here. Gabe needs to block down. He blocks out, which widens this guy, which makes your log block harder. Okay. If he blocks down and this guy squeezes, this is a lot easier block for you. So Gabe was wrong here. Okay, we run that dart play again. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, same thing. We're running it to the right here. So play side on backside. So we got to block out. We got to block out. Okay. This guy's walked up here, so he's got to block. That guy's most likely going to slant backside. You know it. So you're just going to step play side. Okay. Good job. Okay. We just, yeah, it seems like we just kind of miss him. Okay. Yeah, so we can like I said, this is a man blocking scheme. So if you know this guy's slanting, we can stay on him here. I don't know if we just lost our footing here. And Ife, you know it. So you went back to him, or you were trying to go back to him. Okay, and yep, Charlie, he's play side on backside, so he's blocking here like he's supposed to. Xavier, you're wrong. You got to be blocking play side. Your role is play side on backside. So it's here, here, here. Okay. And then you're going to pick up that slanting guy. That's what it's got to be. Okay. Here, this is 50s. Okay. We're just stepping in and we're looking for work because there's no fan call. Here, we should have a fan call. I don't think we do. I don't think we get that fan call. Oh, I didn't see that guy lined up there. Okay, Gabe, the one thing we can't just get pressed back this hard. We got to get our hands inside. Okay, we got to take our 2 steps and get our feet underneath us. Okay, and then we can't try to throw them because you're throwing them right into the quarterback and you get a holding call. Okay, so once again, AJ, this should not be like a drive block or a push block. We're not trying to do that. You're just stepping in and punching with the hand. Okay. This is pass blocking. This isn't power or this isn't boot. We're not trying to mimic boot. This is actual pass protection. Okay. Okay. Here we run truck. Okay. Um, AJ, this is truck. You should be, heck, you should be pulling. Pull. And then we're ripping to the backer here. So AJ, we're wrong here. Doing the wrong thing. Because AJ, your role is gap on. If there's nobody there, you pull. You don't worry about the backside. That's the center's guy. I don't know if he made a cage and confused you. In that case, he's wrong. Gabe, good job. Okay, once again, don't peek. You're peeking, Gabe. Don't peek. It's a dead giveaway. Okay, AJ, good job down blocking here. I want to see you get your head in front though, not your head on the side. Okay, but you bring a good punch. I like your steps. Your steps are good. Okay, Gabe, once again, back up. Okay, so we keep our footing. And you got to be looking at the guy that you're going to. He does a nice job squeezing. Our tackle doesn't do a good job ripping. Okay, but he squeezes down. So your head should be right here on his shoulder. Okay, your head should be right there. Okay, because you see how that opens up? Your head should be right on the inside here, blowing this guy up. Okay, we run power. AJ, good job backing up. I can see your splits. You're farther back to get across. That's good. That's smart. Okay, this should have been a tag double team here. Ethan was wrong. Okay, and you guys are going to the backside backer. Okay, you end up taking him anyways because he kind of slants into your gap. Okay, you just got to be lower, Gabe. Okay, you just got to be lower on this. You see how you're getting pressed back? Okay, you got to have some forward lean and drive into this guy. Okay. AJ watching you. See, and Gabe, this is why we got to be forward lean because when you get punched back, look what happens to AJ. He runs into you, boom, and it kind of throws him off his path a little bit. Okay. AJ, we're going to be tighter. So I know you kind of get punched back here, but we got to be tighter to this wall right here. So we got to try to get vertical right now. Okay. And then we want to attack the inside half of this guy. We want to try to block him out because our running backs are taught to run off your butt tight. Okay. But that's the guy you're supposed to be blocking, AJ, is right there. Okay. That's everything.